Alrighty guys, what is going on everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream. I hope everyone is having an amazing day out there. Glad to have you guys here for another weather update out there. So we got ourselves a bit of interesting information here for you guys today. We are watching the tropics now. Also, second wave to that winter system we're going to be watching out there for. But anyways, my friends, let's go ahead and see who we got ourselves here for today in the live stream. We got ourselves Penny, we have, let's see, Drawley, let's see, we got ourselves Catman, we have Travis, we have ourselves Legacy, Sharon. What's up, guys? Once again, hope everyone's doing good. Glad to have y'all out there for today. So, we're going to start off here really quickly. Cross portions of Dallas. I'm going to go ahead and get this clear. To my friends out there towards Dallas, we are seeing ourselves a bit of a flooding situation. A lot of nasty flash flooding is ongoing out there, basically out there towards Dallas. You guys are currently experiencing a good amount of flooding, a lot of thunderstorm activity rolling through there. There's actually quite a few considerable flash flood warnings in place for a lot of those locations. So definitely have got to look out there for that. Let's see here. What's up, Iowall Addict? Hope you're doing good. BM as well, saying, hey, what's up? Hope you guys are doing good. Once again, welcome to the live stream. Glad to have you all here. But you know, that is currently what we are seeing here overall regarding, you know, Texas flooding and stuff like that. But I just want to go ahead and mention that really quickly just to tell you guys that that is going on. So now let's go ahead and dive right on into this, my friends. So we actually have a new disturbance here. Cross portions of the South Caribbean, directly north of Panama. Let's go ahead and hop you guys over here to the Hurricane Center's page. So we got ourselves a new disturbance that's popping off here across the way. You know, this has actually been popping up on the models here for the last day or so. I've personally looked at it here. Didn't think much about it. You know, just kind of waiting for the models to kind of, you know, get their act together and stuff. But from the Hurricane Center now, we are looking at the official outlook here showing that we do have ourselves a disturbance out there. That X is currently where that low-pressure system is located directly north of Panama here. And over the next 7 days or overall the next week, we have ourselves a 30% chance formation, you know, a 30% chance of this thing turning into a tropical cyclone of some sorts here. The text here says an area of disturbed weather over the southwestern Caribbean Sea associated with a broad area of low pressure environmental conditions could support some slow development of the system during the next several days while it moves slowly northward. So that's what's going on there. So overall probability is a 30% chance. So it's nothing too crazy. The overall probability over the next 48 hours is only a 10% chance. So you know, this system is unlikely to develop in the next couple of days here. So you know, development's not going to be too quickly, and right now the development probability is fairly low. We still have a lot of agreement and stuff like that that we basically got to work out there between, the models and everything. We still got Tropical Storm Tammy out there. Central low of 991 millibars. Current sustained winds around 60 miles per hour. Tammy is basically just continuing eastward as a tropical storm. Tropical storm force winds are just east of Bermuda. Nothing really too crazy going on with Tammy. I mean, I'm not really worried about it. It's definitely done some funky patterns here. I can tell you that one. The track of this storm has been a little interesting. It's been kind of swerving around. Tropical storm force winds did get close to Bermuda, but obviously, did not reach out there towards Bermuda, so that's definitely some good news. But yeah, no, I'm not too worried about Tammy. You really shouldn't be either, because Tammy's just going to be a system that's going to remain, well away from land and not expected to do anything. So Tammy is not a concern, so no reason to worry about Tammy. But like I said, yeah, what we got to watch out there for is that disturbance out there overall. I do actually want to bring you guys over here to, let's see here. Actually, I do want to go ahead and hop y'all over here real quickly. We're going to bring up the Ensembles real quickly from the GEPS model. Let's see here. The ECENS. We'll go take a look at that real quickly. So, yeah, the ECENS model, basically a lot of ensembles, basically just a bunch of, model runs here. Different members and stuff. You can see that big dense area of low pressures working its way across the the southern Caribbean there over the next several days. So this, once again, this is not going to immediately form into a tropical cyclone over the next couple of days. This is going to take some time to probably marinate. Like I said, obviously the probability right now is fairly low, 30% chance, but that probability could increase over the next couple of days as the system potentially could get its act together. And turn into something. So, like I said, right now the odds are pretty low, of this thing remaining a system. Obviously, we got Tammy out there we were talking about. Tammy just tracking eastbound, basically, just rolling here to the east and eventually just kind of fading out there. So, once again, like I said, Tammy's not going to be a problem anymore. But like I said, across portions here of the Caribbean, we should keep an eye on there for it. Let's see. What's up, James? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Is this tropical wave disturbance going to impact Kissimmee, Florida? So it's a little too early to tell for that. Right now, probably not. Like I said, from what we know right now, probably not, considering a lot of the activity is mostly isolated to the Caribbean as of now. I'm not saying it won't completely, but there's still a lot of information we need to gather over the next couple of days here. And speaking of, I'm going to go ahead and hop you guys over here to the models. We're going to go ahead and switch over to those right now. But yeah, like I said, right now, there's no areas that should be worried about the system, considering, the fact that we still have a lot of things we need to work out there between the models and stuff like that. So we'll just keep you guys updated. But the GFS model overall, kind of shows, a little system out there. You can actually see it gathering for basically early November. Just kind of kicking off a little tropical system. This one actually has it going to the west here for the most part. So, obviously really nothing too crazy over the next little bit. Actually the GFS does show a little disturbance going over like the Lesser Antilles and tracking to the northwest as barely even, I don't even think as a depression, just kind of a non-tropical low there for the most part. But but not GFS does not really support too much. ECMWF, basically the European model here overall, really kind of the same. Not really showing too much. Maybe just a little low pressure system working its way over the Caribbean. Not expected to do anything too crazy. So, right now the odds, of this thing turning into, a tropical cyclone is, still fairly unknown. Just considering the amount of information that we do have currently available. So we'll just keep this on the back burner for now. Like I said, the Hurricane Center, they only have a 30% chance, which, that's still, it's kind of a low probability right now. I'm not going to lie. But it's something to obviously take into consideration as slow development as possible over the next several days. So we'll just keep that one looking out for it. Now the Eastern Pacific out there, we're gonna go and hop you all back over here. So we do have a couple of storms out there in the Eastern Pacific. High probability, 90% chance of tropical formation there. So we got to watch out there across the EPAC regarding this disturbance here. 90% chance probability. Out there, disturbance 2, out there just right around 120 degrees west, around 10 degrees north. Just a little disturbance out there in the Eastern Pacific. Really, nothing too crazy. Overall, 20% chance formation. And of course, nothing really in the Central Pacific. So that is that, my friends. I just want to go ahead and go over that here with you guys real quickly. Now, there is another subject I do want to talk about here. So obviously, yesterday we had our first, or really today, this morning, we had our official first winter system that actually did kick off across the country. And there's actually a second part to it. So obviously we had ourselves, all of that snow, that kicked up across portions here of North, South Dakota, and Minnesota last night. Honestly, it's not over yet. And we're actually going to be having a threat here for even a bit of ice potentially being a problem across portions here of the Central Plains. Maybe a little bit of snow there as well. So if you live out there towards, obviously Colorado, if you live out there towards like southern Nebraska, Kansas even, Panhandle, Texas, watch out for a bit of wintry weather, as it's definitely going to be a possibility. I believe right now the National Weather Service actually has warnings. There you go. We have ourselves a bit of warnings, especially out there across those upper elevations of Colorado. We have ourselves the winter storm warning, showing us where winter storm conditions is expected across those regions. So winter storm conditions is expected to be a problem across the northwestern quadrant out there. Across that light blue, this color right in here, this is a winter weather advisory showing you that there's some potential impacts out there, for winter weather expected, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. But look at this. Big old freeze warnings in place across the Midwest here. It's the first time, they're really experiencing the freezing temperatures here of, the new season, which that is going to be bringing, all kinds of problems for agriculture. So, if you have any sensitive plants, obviously, bring them indoors, stuff like that. Because, that's, freezing conditions will definitely kill those plants, in which you want to bring them inside. A lot of problems out there across the West as well, actually in terms of wildfires. It's kind of northwestern California, but that's just kind of normal California things, honestly. California on fire across the northwestern side, a threat for some wildfires as a red flag warnings in place. But then look at this. Like I said, we mentioned there's a lot of flooding going on out there towards like northeast Texas and the southeast Oklahoma. We are watching ourselves a lot of flooding actually ongoing right now. Right there across Dallas, right there across the Dallas metro area, it's definitely been flooding. We have a lot of flash flood warnings even in place for a lot of these specific regions. I mean, even across South Dallas, we got a considerable flash flood warning that's in place here with between 5 and 7 inches of rainfall already falling. Look at that. Between 5 and 7 inches of rain has fallen with an additional amount of 1 to 2. So we're talking literally 6 to 9 inches of rainfall being a possibility. So that's definitely going to be excessive amounts of rainfall overall. So just make sure you guys are, looking out there for that, as, flooding is a big problem, a big problem across those regions that definitely needs to be watched out for here overall. But anyways, let's go ahead and bring y'all over here back to the main screen real quickly. I want to go ahead and show you guys this overall regarding the winter weather accumulations in terms of like snowfall and stuff. So here is the expected accumulation. Let's see, we're going to move the next 72 hours. So this is overall, the system that's we're expecting to see here. Now Denver even is actually forecasted to get a little bit of snow overall. We are talking, let's go and actually get rid of that satellite view here. We don't need that sat view anymore. Denver could see up to a half a foot out there, definitely being a possibility. Colorado Springs, anywhere kind of around like 3 inches. So a good amount of, snowfall could be a possibility out in some of those regions, especially for those upper elevations. I mean, we're getting in some pretty serious accumulations up there for those upper elevations, more moisture, a lot cooler air overall. We could even see some snow across Kansas. Now, probably not going to see too much out there, Garden City, possibly up to a half inch of snow. Probably a dusting to around a half inch being possible. So, really not too much expected. Nebraska, on the other hand, right around 2 to 4 inches for a lot of the central and northern state. Most part right around the 3-inch margin, so 2 to 4 inches seems to be a possibility. Let's see here. How do I like Florida? I do like it, David. It's pretty nice, actually, for sure. Let's see here. It's been quiet with tornado activity. I follow a few chasers saying the quiet board chasing. Yeah, it's been very quiet for severe weather lately, actually. Yeah. Same thing, really, with the tropics. I mean, it hasn't been terribly too active out there in the tropics. I mean, we've had a couple systems, but um, nothing really too crazy. I'm out there in the Atlantic. The craziest system we've had recently was that one that hit southern Mexico. Otis, I think it was. That one was kind of a beast of a storm overall. So, yeah, no, it's been quiet for a lot of crazy weather. Actually, before I moved, I mean, from the time I moved a couple weeks ago to now, it's been pretty quiet, thankfully. But second spring, obviously we're in the fall now. We're in fall season, in which fall, later kind of late fall, is known to be quote unquote second spring with severe weather events and stuff like that. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we started to see a bit of severe activity pop up here every once in a while, especially across the south. I think especially across the south. I think we're going to be seeing a couple of interesting severe weather events out there this year. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on it. But back to the snowfall here. But with this second system here kicking off, it's definitely looking like we're going to be, possibly even be seeing a bit of snow out there towards like Iowa. Possibly right around like 2 to 4 inches across the extreme northwestern side out there by Sioux City could be a possibility. So keep an eye out there for that, my friends. It's definitely going to be, a pretty interesting system. It's not going to deliver as much snow as obviously the first round. This is kind of more of just like a clipper system, just driving a little bit of snow. But yeah, for those upper elevations out there towards Colorado, like we were mentioning, like I said, where we have all those winter storm warnings and such, that's where things are going to be a little bit more aggressive regarding these snowfall accumulations. Like I said, Denver even, for the most part, relatively lower, lower altitude. But yeah, Denver could even be seeing some areas here, maybe up near 6 inches or so. It could be within the range of a half a foot across some of those regions from the storm here. So, it's definitely a possibility. That is the expected accumulation. Regarding that's like the 50th percentile. The 95th percentile, basically the worst case scenario, has still less than a foot. So I wouldn't expect nearly anything like that. And the 5th percentile, basically the best case scenario, still shows 2 to 3 inches or so. So, it's going to be quite a decent snowstorm out there for Denver and portions out there towards Colorado there. So that is something we need to definitely watch out there for. But yeah, that's what's going on there, my friends. We're gonna go and hop y'all back over here to the radar because I do actually, or the future models, because I want to go and talk about timing because a lot of the snow is actually forecasted to start tomorrow morning. So obviously you guys are there in Mountain Time, so this is going to be happening right around 4 o'clock a.m. here, delivering a lot of snow out there. Just a lot of snow being developed there and generated across those upper level mountains, delivering heavy bands. We're obviously going to be seeing ourselves a lot of precipitation kicking off across portions here throughout the Midwest, into portions here of the southern plains. Once again, we have a lot of flooding concerns out in those regions there for northeast Texas, out there by portions like, Dallas, where we currently are experiencing flooding and all. But yeah, no, we're talking a good amount of precipitation, and you can actually see here the models. The heaviest, the most agreement I've seen between these models kind of shows a bit of frozen precipitation, possibly a bit of wintry mix, maybe some sleet, maybe some freezing rain, could be accumulating out there across portions here of like the Panhandle of Texas. Could be a possibility. And let me actually hop you guys over here to that real quickly. I want to go ahead and show you all the expected amount here of ice overall. So I'm going to hop you guys over here right now. But yeah, whenever it comes to that probability, I mean, you can actually see here how we are watching, a couple of millimeter, or say up to a millimeter in some areas could be possible, which, that could definitely cause some disruptions, it's really not too much, ice accumulation, but it's, definitely could cause some, minor disruptions. Obviously you have kind of the worst case scenario here. The worst case scenario goes a little crazy here. This is the unlikely probability. This is only have like a 5% chance of happening. So the odds are, pretty low with this one, but yeah, it definitely is kind of showing, a lot of a lot more heavier, conditions being a possibility overall, But back to the expected amount here. Yeah, the odds are pretty low. Really keeps that probability mostly there, throughout portions of like southwestern Kansas overall. for the most part. Even if New York City has has snow, schools stay open like 3 to 5 inches, but still open somehow. Yeah, because they get a lot of snow typically, and a lot of people who live there are typically used to snow. Versus areas that are not really used to snow. If you get an area that's not used to it, obviously they don't know how to prepare for it. They don't know how to react to it as well, I should say, as such as New York. So there's obviously going to be differentials. There's obviously going to be differences and stuff like that. But yeah, no, that's kind of what's going on. So back here, but this is the radar view, guys. Currently at the moment, you can see how, like I said, a lot of areas here throughout Texas. We are seeing ourselves a lot of, precipitation, a lot of heavy rain developing. That is weird. That messed up there. What is going on with my program here? Let's see, we're going to switch to the black here. Let's try. There we go. It's a lot better. But yeah, delivering a lot of precipitation across Texas, which is leading to flooding problems. Especially out there towards Dallas. I mean, they've already seen over, a half a foot just regarding rainfall and stuff. Which is, pretty crazy for the most part. Gotta get me a drink here. But anyways, yeah. So that is something to look out there for. What's up, Jill? Hope you're doing good. Say good evening, wherever you are. I'm in Florida. Hope you're doing good, Jill. Mid-70s up here in Michigan. Going to a deep dive this weekend. Interesting, Jill. We'll have fun. Enjoy that. Let's see here. While we used to get school and feet of snow, yeah, things get shut down so easily. I've noticed that. I mean, even since I was a kid, whenever I was in like elementary school, they didn't close school unless it was like a half a foot of snow. And now they usually close it if it's even a half an inch. I've noticed. Pretty crazy. Let's see here. Best of luck to the people in the Midwest. Yep. Yeah, definitely gotta look out there for that. But whenever it comes to it, y'all, like I said, the current view right now. I mean, we even got a bit of storm activity popping off out there towards like the Ohio Valley. Maybe a little bit of thunder showers, stuff like that popping off. Throughout like Louisiana, or that's obviously not Louisiana. Louisiana's down here. I'm in Illinois. Out there by Illinois, Indiana, a little bit of activity popping up out there. Across portions here in Michigan as well, experiencing a bit. Let's see here, stream's running smooth. I got new internet, Rainbow. That's why it's probably a lot better. It's definitely been a heck of a lot better than it has been. I can tell you that one for sure. But that's kind of all that's going on right now regarding the system here. Let's see. Yeah, of course we have a bit of precipitation rolling up across the Rockies. In which that is actually going to be associated with all of that. That's going to be associated with all of that snowfall that's going to start across like Colorado tonight. Big jet of moisture rolling across those upper elevations, which it's going to interact with cooler air tonight. Might be able to see it actually on the satellite view. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, you can actually see that. So look at this. So yeah, the satellite view shows a growing amount of water vapor, growing amount of moisture, across the mountain ranges. Like I said, whenever it comes to the expected snowfall and stuff, regarding the accumulated snow, you can see how that system is going to be traveling right over those regions there. Let's see here. As long as you don't drive when the roads are frozen with road ice, you're good. Yeah. Ice is much more of a problem than snow, obviously. Yeah. And, like I said, there is going to be a possibility, of a bit of ice. Of a bit of ice being a problem. Probably not going to be anything too extreme, don't get me wrong. This is the expected amount here overall. Like I said, this is the overall expected amount of, ice we're expecting. Honestly, really not too much. I mean, we're talking maybe up to a millimeter, which that is, little amounts of ice. At most, probably up to a millimeter, which, isn't really too much. ice overall, specifically. So, I'm not too worried about that problem. But, I mean, even if it did fall, it probably wouldn't last too long anyways. Does Alabama have any chance for precipitation anytime soon? So, let's see here. Let me go ahead and remove my pen here real quickly. So, Alabama, really not a lot going on for you right now, as you probably can tell. It's relatively clear. A few showers to the north for the most part, but out of any upcoming systems or anything like that, yeah, not really. Yeah, there ain't too much going on. Let me actually go ahead and show you this real quickly. So here is the models. So there's Alabama for the most part. So you can see as we work our way down in time, we got a lot of high pressure down there in the southeast. It's going to lead to some pretty nice conditions overall. We are going to have a big jet of moisture. A lot of precipitation rolling through. Little potential tropical system out there we'll have to watch. But that is, that is what we're seeing here overall for the most part. I mean, this is for October 30th. That's still 3 days away. So for the next, 2 to 3 days or so, you should be fine, regarding precipitation. Illinois does have precipitation, yes. Actually, right now, we actually mentioned Illinois. There is a bit of precipitation going across Illinois right now. Let me go ahead and show you real quickly. So, yeah, here's the current view, current radar across Illinois and Indiana. We do got ourselves a bit of, storm activity, actually. We have ourselves a cold front, actually, rolling across the country right now. Obviously, we had the result of that winter system that rolled through, in which, yeah, it's definitely driven, definitely has driven a lot of cool air. Yeah, I mean, look at this, guys. Look at this big cold front. Let's see here. First of all, get rid of this. But yeah, look at this, guys. So this was the observed temperatures and stuff like that we did see. Big cold front here. I mean, serious cold front. Really worked its way down across the country here. Yeah, so we basically had this big cold blast, come up from the north up there by Canada, and basically just drove in a lot of heavy stuff, a lot of heavy cold air. Can't ignore Hurricane Otis. Nobody knows. Let's see here. Just went to bed not knowing what was happening. Yeah, no. Otis was pretty bad. Luckily I was able to be live for you guys that day, because that turned out to be quite a nasty storm. Let's see here. Wing says that winter system seems to be a barrier to any tropical storms coming to the U.S., which is good. For now. For now, yes. At the current moment, there does not seem to be any threat for any tropical system coming towards the U.S. The only thing, like we mentioned in what the title shows you, of this video, obviously, or this live stream, is this guy, Disturbance 1. 30% chance probability of development over the next 7 days. That's pretty low probability for now. I mean, it's something that you got to watch out for. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. Let's see, 27 people died. I heard about that. It's very unfortunate. Let's see here. Legacy, just curious. Am I in Central or Eastern Time? I'm in Eastern Time. Yeah. The international dateline, I believe, ends right across the panhandle of Florida, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that, out there towards Panhandle, Florida, I think it's Central Time. But I'm over here. I'm right in this area here. So, I'm legitimately Central Florida. I can't get any more central, basically. Let's see here. Ty says, will this hit Oklahoma? The tropical system, no, obviously. But whenever it comes to I'm sure you're probably talking about winter weather and stuff. Whenever it comes to it, yeah, the panhandle of Oklahoma could get maybe a little bit of snow. Maybe a little bit of ice too. But, if you're talking interior Oklahoma, deep into the state, no. Yeah, no. With this winter system we were talking about, with the accumulations, this is the overall accumulation expectancy. You can already see the system. Look at this. See that big jet of precipitation or big jet of moisture? That, my friends, that's the system. And it's just going to be driving right over these regions as snow. Really starting to fall basically tonight. Yeah, but then back over to the totals, like I said, we're talking possibly near half a foot towards Denver. This is the expectancy, by the way. A lot of central and northeastern Nebraska. We're talking 2 to 4 inches for a lot of those areas down there. Western Kansas, up to a half inch there. I mean, even northwest Iowa could see maybe 1 to 3 inches in some areas. Did I move to Florida? Yes, I moved to Florida a couple weeks ago. Yes, ma'am, I did. Let's see. I can't wait to get down to Florida. It says rain. It's nice down here. Let's see here. Vince might be a major hurricane. Which one's Vince? I don't think we have a Vince yet. Let's see here. Rainbow says, time for sleep. Thanks for your work, Andrew. Just popped in to say hi. I guess you said show some support. What's up, Rainbow? Like I said, obviously, thanks for joining, stuff like that. Much appreciated. Penny says 2 to 4 inches of snow. Across, like, Nebraska, yeah. Like, central Nebraska, there's a good shot we could see maybe 2 to 4 inches of snow. Which I can actually show you here. The future radar there based off of, like, the... trying to find the best view possible. Let's try this one. Alright, we're going to hop y'all back over here. So, yeah, according to the... maybe I can find a better view. There's not too many views for Nebraska. All right, we'll just do this one then. But when it comes to like the let's see here, HRRR. Let me pick that. There we go. Like the latest HRRR model. You can see that snow. Working right over Nebraska. Which you can see, starts to really happen. Actually, tomorrow morning it looks like. Yeah, throughout tomorrow afternoon as well. I mean, eventually rolling up across like, like Iowa even, and then starting to fade out. Snow could actually linger. Wow, yeah. So you can see how it's going to be in a couple or several hours, I should say, of snowfall across like Colorado. That's why we have so many of these warnings in place there for Colorado. Colorado has a lot of winter storm warnings across that pink area. It's because we have, just a big jet of precipitation, a big jet of moisture rolling through. See, Rainbow says thumbs up. Thank you so much, Rainbow. Much, much appreciated. Let's see here. I think El Niño could get stronger before it weakens next spring or summer. We'll see, Rain. We shall see. Anyways, but I'm going to go ahead and hop you guys over here real quickly. So, yeah, once again, we do have a flooding threat across, like, portions here of Texas and all. Let's see. Actually, Rain, I want to go ahead and show you this real quickly before we move on from that subject. Yeah, Rain, I don't know if you saw this or not. Yeah, wow. Models have increased to possibly a severe... Holy cow. I'm going to have to do another winter update. I think I'm going to have to do another winter update, yeah, because look at this, y'all. This is going to mean some serious winter problems for especially the Mid-Atlantic and the Southeast. Yeah, right around November, December, January. Like DJF, that's December, January, February. That's like, we mentioned the heart of winter. And, the middle ground, that average point, has this thing between 1.5 and 2 degrees Celsius above average, which that is a very strong El Nino. Very strong El Nino. Which, yeah, in that case, that would seriously allow for, some pretty nasty winter effects, we should say. So expect a lot of snow further down south this year. Even a lot of mid-Atlantic and northeast storms too. But a little bit more drier up north, I think. But anyways, let's see. Please do another winter update. I will, Rain. I'll do that here soon. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. It won't be like an official winter forecast. I'm not going to have all that stuff. I'm just going to give you guys Well, we'll see. We'll see what I have to do. Yeah, we'll see whatever I decide on. I'll have to think about it, Rain. Let's see here. When it was formed like 3 days ago, I wasn't interested. Yeah, no, it all just kicked off real quickly for sure. But when it came to Pat 3, yeah, no, it upgraded very quickly. That system was crazy. Yeah, that required urgent update. I was not planning on doing coverage, and once everything started unfolding, and then we got Cat 5, and it instantly required emergency coverage, which we were live there for like I think over 3 hours. Might have been like 3.5 hours. I think we were live for. But anyways, need to buy snow boots, says Penny. Yeah, prepare for it. Snow's gonna be coming this way. Let's see here. Flash flooding 3 to 5 plus inches possible. Some areas across northeast Texas. Yeah, they're getting flooded out pretty good right now. Out there by like Dallas. I mean, look at this. 5 to 7 inches of rain has fallen with an additional amount of 1 to 2 possible. It's definitely a little excessive. Look at this. Yeah, 1 to 2 plus possible, or 1 to 2 inch more is possible. So like 6 to 9 inches of rainfall. But yeah, definitely watch out there for that, my friends. That rain is actually going to lead its way across. Yeah, that rain's going to lead its way across the, the Midwest and the Southern Plains here. Yeah, we're going to get that jet of rain across these regions there for the most part, roughly. Yeah, Catman, the current El Nino is pretty high. We're in a pretty serious El Nino right now. So it's going to be a really nasty winter, that's for sure. Yes, there is PDS, or considerable flash flood warnings in place. Yeah, no, it's that bad. And then, like I said, y'all, watch out for, Colorado. Look at that. Just big jets of snowfall. Here, there you go. Over the next couple of days, just a lot of snowfall across, Colorado. I think tomorrow I'm going to do an update video. I think I'm going to do a green screen video like I typically have been doing lately. And I'll talk about, snow, accumulations, everything like that. Penny says something when I go to bed. Yeah, we're probably going to head off here soon, Penny, anyways. Like I said, it's a little bit late here, and, I need to get some rest and all that stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on here for a while with you guys, just for a little bit. We've been live almost 45 minutes or so. Just wanted to hop on here, talk about what's going on. I mean, we really mentioned all that's happening. Honestly, in reality, it's pretty quiet for the most part. We got that Gulf disturbance. Like I said, it's something to watch. The number one thing I'm mostly concerned about is this winter weather here. Just this big jet there. See, Rain says, I love the 2 videos that you did. Thank you, Rain. I appreciate it. Yeah, I like doing the green screen ones. I think it's a lot more professional and a lot more organized, I should say. It's just more smooth, in my opinion. But I appreciate that. But, all right, guys. Well, you know what? We're going to go ahead and call it a stream here tonight. If you guys did enjoy it, please consider leaving a like. It'd be greatly appreciated. Like I said, thank you all for joining us. Feel free to join our Discord. Stuff like that is in the description. Let's see here. Day says, just got here. Oh, well, sorry, Day. We're actually heading off here for the night. It's getting late. Is the Euro still going nuts? Not really. No. Not that I've seen anyways. But let's see here. Wayne says, rest well. You as well. Yeah, thanks for joining, guys. Like I said, I hope you all have a wonderful night. Y'all get some sleep. Once again, tomorrow's plan. First of all, stream's going to head off here in 2 minutes. But tomorrow's plan, we're going to upload a video at some point tomorrow. Probably late tomorrow afternoon, early evening tomorrow. Then, of course, probably 8:30 Eastern, we're going to do a live stream to cover more updates and stuff like that. Live updates for questions y'all might have and stuff. But But all right, guys. Well, y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. Once again, if you've not already, consider leaving a like, hitting that subscribe button. Most importantly, sharing this with your friends and family. Help get that word out there, my friends. Except for weather updates, we'll always be here for you guys. And all right, guys. We all take care. We love y'all. Please be safe, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out, my friends. See you tomorrow.